What's up, guys? L7 Strut here. Kind of do a little commentary. It's my first really commentary level or full gameplay. Kind of just wanted to talk to you guys about who I am instead of who my identity is, in a sense, so you guys get to know me on more of a personal level. Don't mind this feel here in the beginning. I suck. God, I suck. I definitely don't have a shot in this game like I used to have in other games. If you do kind of know me, towards the end of Black Ops 2 I was doing pretty much only free-for-all sniping slash trick shotting, kind of like what Rain does in a sense, and I think a few other people. Don't worry, I didn't get inspired from Rain. I actually met a kid in the lobby, now GS Boozy. He kind of got me into it, and me and him used to grind out free-for-all and be in private chats the whole time and just, you know, tell each other about what we hit and everything. But anyways, back to where I was getting off at the beginning. I just doing a little commentary, just saying who I am as a person, not my identity again. Everyone knows me on Xbox and Skype and everything else is Strut. I do have a very few amount of friends that do know me as a person. They know me by my real name and who I am and what my life's about, kind of thing. Well, that's what I kind of want to bring to you guys. There's not a whole lot of people out there that do bring their personal life into YouTube. Either afraid of it, just scared of it, don't want people figuring out who they are, what they are, anything about that. But I'm okay with it. I don't see a big deal about it. I think it's freaking cool when commentators and YouTubers actually do bring their personality, who they are, talk about who they are with everyone else. So like Pomage and Rain. Rain's definitely come out of a show, you know. Anyways, my name is Tanner. I live in Arizona. I am 23 years old. I know everyone's going to be taken by surprise on that one. Yes, I am 23. I kind of got into YouTube a little bit later than most people. I kind of just do it for fun. Before you prejudge, I work 2 jobs, full-time jobs. I go to school full-time. So I'm not just, you know, some piece of shit. And I have a girlfriend of a year and a half, so I'm not just some piece of shit that, you know, sits at home and play Xbox all day while his parents pay the bills or bullshit like that. So a little bit about me. I guess we can start off, you know, careers. I got into a professional career doing HVAC, which is heating and cooling. Pretty much everyone's got air conditioners, so air conditioning and heating in your houses or in commercial property. Started that when I was 18 years old. I've done extremely well for myself in the years that I have done it. I just quit it right at the end of the summer. I want bigger goals in my life than to work my ass off, working 6 days a week, 16 to 14 hours a day, you know, making a shit ton of money, but you never get to spend time with your family or your friends or anything like that. So, excuse me, I'm not doing this commentary again. So I've kind of decided to get out of, you know, the whole HVAC side of life, and I'm going to get into something else. I'm actually going to school to, in layman's terms, you know, since it's a very layman's thing, it's really easy to explain this way. When you're in surgery, everyone, you know, they use tools to cut you open or whatever. I will be that person in sharpening and fixing all those tools that come in and out. It pays extremely well. It's fairly easy if you're mechanically inclined. So that's something I am going to school for right now. I already got hired on a job doing it. I'm just waiting until my courses are over so I can actually start, you know, working there full time. So I'll quit my other jobs while I'm doing that. So a little bit about me as a person, who I am. Started playing Xbox and stuff like that really late in life. I mean, I must have been 18, 19 before I really, you know, hadn't played in front of an Xbox kind of bullshit. I don't know, I guess I was always a go-getter. Back then I was a professional motocross racer, so from about the age of 12 till about 19, 18, I really didn't have time for anything but motocross and training and working out and stuff like that. I was a pro motocross racer. When I mean by pro is I had my AMA license. I did not I did, do some traveling around, getting to big events, kind of in the sense. But I was, all my friends that I were still pro, all you see on TV and stuff like that, which is really cool. Wish I could be there with them, but it just didn't work out that way. The tables didn't turn my way. The reason why I stopped is because back in the day, I got hurt and I got put out for, I got put out for about 3 months. And in that 3 months, that was when the economy hit, and all my sponsors really let me down. They let me go. They said, we don't need you right now. You're hurt. Blah 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 bullshit. So that definitely kind of sucked. But things happen, and you just gotta go on with life, and you'll get it figured out in a sense. So that's what I did for a long time. I was just riding all the time, traveling the country, going to different events. It's kind of cool having friends all over the United States. From Louisiana, areas like that. There's big tracks back there, Ponca City and World Minis and everything else. So I've done a lot of traveling. But like I said, I've now just stay at home. I do my job. Work every day. Got a girlfriend of a year and a half. Great girl. She's awesome. She's definitely a girl I can go take. She'll go to the track with me, and we can do all that stuff, and she's totally game for it. So that's awesome. So on the YouTube side of things, I do this for fun, like I said, and this isn't something I don't plan on making money off of. I don't plan to do anything, with YouTube. I just do it kind of for fun when I can, when I have time. Don't mind this end here on the gameplay. I kind of just started choking because I realized I was actually in the lead, and like I said, the other games before this, I get nothing but freaking sweating tryhards that want to beat me and camp with riot shields and everything else. So I started choking towards the very end. I was like 28-8, and then I got to like 30-15. So don't mind my shitty gameplay. I got nervous, I guess. Anyways, so I just want to kind of bring to you guys who I am as a person, because I think it's really cool when people do that. So you guys kind of get a gist of who I am, what I'm about, what I like to do and stuff like that. So I still do ride motocross, just not at the level and as consistent as I was before, in a sense. But it's still really cool. I can sit there and tell my kids, my grandkids, and everything like that I was a pro motocross racer, and that was a huge part of my life. But anyways, this commentary is coming to an end really close. I think I get the last kill coming up here. Yeah, I do. It's right on this corner. So thank you guys for listening. If you guys did listen to the whole thing, I really do appreciate it. Please let me know if you guys want to hear more commentaries from me. That's how I got into YouTube. Maybe my next one will be how I got into YouTube and what inspired me and stuff like that. So I just want to say thanks, guys. Have a great night or great day whenever you watch this.